Alrighty, welcome everybody. I'm sorry I was just like a minute late. As usual, just before I went on, some of my cameras didn't want to work, but I think we have everything working, so hopefully this is going to go smoothly tonight. I haven't been on in a while. I'm going to go ahead and load comments so I can see your comments. So I am live in Facebook. You can also watch me on YouTube. I will upload this later to YouTube with any links that I need to add on to that. So anyway, welcome. I'm glad everybody is here tonight. So while I'm waiting for people to get on, I'm just going to go ahead and ignore the hostess code because it is incorrect. That's still February's. I haven't updated that. But I just wanted to give you some ways to contact me. If you see something you want to order, there's my order, juliebrown.stampinup.net. You can email me at juliescreativestampin@gmail.com. Pinterest, Facebook, and Instagram is Julie's Creative Stamping. Now my YouTube channel is a little bit different. It is juliebrown.juliescreativestamping. And then my blog is juliescreativestamping.com. So I'm all over social media. So you guys can catch up with me there. So let's talk about what we're going to be doing tonight. Sorry, I have my do not disturb on and phone calls are still coming through. Hey Susie, so glad you're here. So anyway, tonight what I wanted to do is we have two bundles. One that's an oldie, one that's a newbie. So there's one that was in the mini catalog that you can still get, but it is carrying over to the new catalog. And that is called the Enduring Beauty Bundle, and it has masks. And so we're going to play with those masks tonight and kind of show you how they work and what beautiful images you can get out of that. Now, the one that is coming up in the new catalog, so this next one is not going to be available until May, and it is the Layers of Beauty Bundle. But we're going to go ahead and play with both of them. So we're going to do some masking, some cutting out. I'm making super simple cards tonight, just so that I can show you both of these masks tonight. But so let's first start with, let's switch over to, we're going to be back to Enduring Beauty, and let's show you what is all in this bundle. Now this one you can get right now. It has the stamp set and the dies, and then it has these layering masks. And so I'm sure some of you have already seen some videos with these, but I'm just going to kind of show you my take on how to work with these masks. These layering masks are really cool, and it just makes your cards come out beautiful. All right. So now for this card, I'm picking the color. But for the next one, I'm going to let you guys pick what color you want me to do the flowers. So be thinking about that and make sure you chime in what color you want to do. So let's look at how this works. So what I'm going to do is I'm bringing in a piece of basic white, and then I'm bringing in the stamp image. Now, everybody has a different way of doing this. I've seen Patty Bennett where she sets the mask down and then she lines up the stamp with this so that it's really easy then to do that. I tried doing that. Let me see if I can do it now, because I really did try the other day because I thought, oh, that's a great idea. I wonder if I can do that. I'm going to try to see. I think I might have a better chance of doing it this way. I don't know. Yeah, see, I'm not having much luck doing it that way. Okay, so I'm going to go my way because I tried her way. It looked so super easy, but then when I tried it, I couldn't do it. But it's probably just me. So we're going to just do this. So what we're going to do is there's two ways to do these masks. One is just put the mask on and go to town. And the second one, or I guess I'm doing it first this time, is stamping the stamp and doing the image on here, and then we're going to be using the mask over the top of this. And you want to make sure you get that on there nice and good. Okay, so we've stamped that. Let me go ahead and clean this. And for this first one, I'm going to use some blues. And the cool thing about, like, when you're doing this, this is what I love about the mask. is if you only have one ink pad, one blue ink pad, because you know we have tons of different families. We've got the subtles, the neutrals, the regals, the brights, but let's say all you have is balmy blue. That's fine, because you can use balmy blue, and I'm going to show you how it's going to create an absolutely beautiful card with layered colors, just with the one ink. Okay, so now these are kind of hard to see, so I don't know if you can see them, but they have, let me see if I put my, I don't know if you guys can see that. They're numbered. So there's like a number 1 and there's like a little notch up here. Right under the notch is the number. Now you can do these in the exact order that they come, or you can do it in a different order if you want to. All right, so I found it easier for me to just line it up with the flowers. I thought that was pretty easy. Now, the one thing that I am going to do, just to kind of give me a guide so that when I put these next ones on, oh my gosh, my fingernail polish is like peeling off, is I'm going to do my little notch and I'm going to kind of draw kind of a guide right there. Okay, so then what I want to do, and you guys don't have to do this, but I just do this as a precautionary measure. I think it's important, like if you're, let's say you're in the middle of doing this and you get a phone call or you've got to stop. Another reason why it's important to kind of tape all this in place, because then it's kind of right where you need it. Okay, so let me bring in another little piece of this masking. Actually, it's my Post-it tape, okay? And you don't have to tape it down a lot. So we're gonna come in with our balmy blue. And so what I wanna do is I kind of wanna create, when I'm putting this on, I'm gonna start, so, sorry, I'm fumbling with my words. I don't know why my glass mat must be uneven. So what I'm gonna do is I want parts of this to be a little bit darker than others, but I'm not gonna push like super hard. It's just that I've got full ink here, and then I'm also gonna rub some of this ink on here, because then I can use it right off of this. Another idea is use your glass mat. You can rub, and I'll show you, hopefully I can remember it's there. You can also put some, sorry, you can also put some ink on your glass mat and then take it right off that. But I'm gonna just put it right up here. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of pick an area where I want it to be darker. So I think like for this one, I want it to be darker like right in this area. So I'm not pushing like super hard, but then I'm gonna be even more like light-handed as I go to the outside of the flower, if that makes sense. Okay, so I'm gonna pick up some more ink and I want it to be darker right here. So I've got, I mean, I'm putting pressure, but not like a ton of pressure. And then just be really light, you know, make your touch super light. And then here, I think I want it to be darker on this side. Okay, I'm gonna have to pick up some more ink here. And then I'm just gonna, you know, as I go to the outside of the leaf, I'm just being, I'm not putting as much pressure. So again, I want it to be darker here, but I'm not pushing hard on any of this. Part of it just has to be because I'm picking up the ink and I'm going straight on here. It's going to be darkest right where I first touch. All right, so there's number 1. So now we're going to pick this one up. And I mean, that looks pretty just like that, right? It's so super pretty. So the next one it tells me to do is number 2. Now number 2 is the leaves. Now if you want to just do your flowers first, you can do that, but I'm just going to go in order for you guys tonight, because I usually do the flowers first and then I do the leaves. But see how easy that was, just to come right in and get that in place, because I had drawn that little notch up there. All right, so let me just put this to hold it. And then I'm going to bring in some Granny Apple Green for the leaves. Oh, goodness. All right, so again, you can pick it up and you can just add some ink here. Oh, see, I forgot. That's what I was afraid I was going to do, was stick it right over the top. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and get a baby wipe and get that off of there so that I don't keep putting stuff in it. But like I said, you can just like put your ink there and you can work right off of this mat. Okay, so same concept is I'm going to start darker right here at the bottom of the leaves and then be really light-handed as I go out. Same thing over here, darker, and then just, you know, pretty light-handed. So pick up more ink. We're going to be dark. And we're going to go out, pick up some more ink. That's drying pretty fast, so I'm going to go ahead and get it from the ink pad. And then we're just light-handed. And like I said, I'm not pushing hard at all. It's just that because I'm just, you know, I'm picking up that ink, it's always going to be darker. You know how I always tell you guys when you're blending to come in off the page because the first place you touch is always the darkest? Well, that works for using these masks. You want that little dark spot to be there. All right, so that's number 2. Guys, we could stop right there, right? It's super pretty, super pretty. All right. Then we're going to come in with number 3. Now this is the flowers again. And so again, because I have my little notch up there, it's pretty easy just to kind of sit this down and do just little adjustments. And you may not be able to see it. Let me see if I can bring you guys in a little bit closer. You may not be able to see it, but like once you get this laid down, you can kind of see like where that's supposed to lie. Now again, I'm just bringing in Balmy Blue again, because like I said, we're going to do this all with the same color ink. And it's amazing the variations that you're going to get. Okay, so now I'm making sure that I have full ink each time I hit these flowers. So again, you know, I'm just inking up, picking up the ink, and I'm getting, you know, full ink. So because I'm doing full ink, it's definitely going to be darker. Okay, are you guys ready? So we're going to pick this up. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? How easy is this, guys, to create these absolutely beautiful flowers? I am so sorry that so many people are calling me. I think I did. Hold on. I'm just going to turn my phone off because I don't know why it's not, why it's allowing calls and stuff to come through. So hold on one second. And what's funny is it's my family and they all know that I do my lives on Wednesday nights, but apparently they have all forgotten. Okay. So now we're going to come in, and this is the detail on the leaves. So again, because I've marked my little area over here, it is allowing me to get that lined up pretty easy. So we're just going to pick that up, hold that down. And again, I'm coming right back in with Granny Apple Green. But you know, this time I'm touching the whole thing with the darker color. Yeah, I know, Susie. Isn't it just beautiful? And then there's another one coming out in the new catalog. So we're going to play with that one tonight too. So tonight I'm mainly playing with stenciling, but I am going to, you know, put a couple, I am going to make up cards with a couple of these just so you can see. All right. So there you have it. Now there is a 5th one. Now this 5th one is like the middles, but I think when you stamp it, you don't need to do the middles. Now I'm going to bring in one that I did with just the stencils without stamping it. And this gives it a more watercolor look, but then you definitely want to put in these the middle of the flower. You know, I like this one too because you know, if you're working with watercolor paper or you're doing some other watercolor stuff, this is absolutely beautiful as well. And that's with just the stencils, not stamping it. All right, so there we have it. What do you guys think? Isn't that just beautiful? And I mean, and you could sit, I mean, honestly, you could make up a bunch of these flowers and just, you know, all you got to do is keep bringing this back in and using your stencils. And these stencils clean. Let me show you on the blue because we're probably going to change colors. So before I make the card, I'm just going to show you how easy it is with a baby wipe to come in and just wipe it clean. And then you just have to let it dry a little bit, and then you're ready to move on to your next color if you want to switch colors. All right, so I'm going to let those dry while we build this first card. So what I want to do is, let me close these up so I don't get my hands and stuff in it. So anyway, I love these stencils. They're absolutely beautiful. And I think that not everybody was quite sure what these layering stencils were. And so that was kind of a, you know, everyone was like, what, you know, what are they? What do they do? And that's what they do. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my die cut machine, the big one. And we're actually going to use one of the new embossing folders that's coming out in May. Oh, let me get you guys back out. Sorry, I forgot I had brought you guys in a little bit there. And we are going to use this really fun embossing folder, if I can find it. I had them also. I always lose stuff. So look, and these things are huge, but this is the dotted circles. And it's really pretty. But it's huge. But what I like about this is if you are a scrapbooker, now you can put a big piece of paper in there and you can have a beautiful embossed piece to put on a like 12 by 12 scrapbook page. Obviously, I'm just putting in the 4 by 5 1/4. Let me move that back out of the way. Oh. All right. Okay, so I think I'm going to just put this, let me see if it will look. I have a piece of Night of Navy here. Huh. Hold on, let me grab some balmy blue and see if I like that better. Decisions. Oh, yeah. We like the balmy blue better. Okay, so, oh, I still need my die cut machine. Oops. So what I'm gonna do, but let me get my card base cut so we're ready to use this. So I hope you guys are thinking, because we're gonna do the newbie next. And so I want to know what color you want the flowers on the next one. Do you want Daffodil Delight? Do you want Highland Heather? Do you want Poppy Parade? What color do you guys think? Oh, because they always do it, yeah. So Susie's saying that she's seen them demonstrated before, but everybody always does them in pink, which they are pretty in pink, but unless you don't like pink. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is bring in, I have buried everything because I'm setting all these dies so that they don't get on stuff. Oh my gosh. I swear, sometimes. All right. So I'm going to bring in the dies, and I'm going to use this die right here. And we're going to bring that die cut machine back in without the embossing plate. Gorgeous Grape and, oh, I don't know if Gorgeous Grape and Daffodil Centers would look okay. I don't know what you mean by centers. Huh. We can try it. The centers are going to be black. If you're talking about the very center of the flower, they're going to be black because I'm stamping in black Memento ink. So I'm not sure, Susie, what you mean by the Daffodil Delight centers. So if you can clarify that for me. Now, if you, so maybe you're talking about if we do this style, where you would do the Gorgeous Grape and then the Daffodil Delight in the center there. Is that what you were talking about, maybe? But when we do this stamped one, oh, hold on, I don't think I've got that lined up very good. It moved. I thought I saw it move. But when you're doing it where you stamp it first, I don't know that I could do the centers in Daffodil Delight because they're already basic black. Okay. All right, so we're going to roll that out. Whoops. And throw it, apparently. All righty. Sorry, I'm trying to... Oh, I'm a hot mess tonight, but what's new, right? Okay, so I've cut that out with the die cut machine, and now what I'm going to do, and this just shows you how quickly you can put a card together. Oh, and look at this embossing folder. Isn't that beautiful with those dots? Again, this is coming out in May, and it is called the Dotted Circles 3D Embossing. So I really like that. Alrighty, so again, this is the Enduring Beauty. This is this one. So I'll have links to all of these. If you see, if this is something that you think, oh my gosh, I really want to have that, I will have the links so that you can go straight to my store and purchase the bundle if that's what you want. Now remember, the second one I'm showing you is not going to be available until May. This one that I'm doing right now is the one that's available now. So I'm not going to do the inside of the cards, just so that we can save a little bit of time here. Okay, so then all I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my flower. And I'm just going to bring in some liquid glue, and we are just, I don't even need to pop this up because the dots on this embossing folder pop up quite a bit. And so it already, it's got dimension. And then when you put this flower on top, it adds even more dimension to it. Okay, so there you go. And then we're going to pick a little sentiment here. So let me just get that down. If I can find my stamp set. Oh, okay. So let's do Holding You Close to My Heart. Let's do that one. All right. So we're going to take that and we're going to stick it on a block and bring in a piece of white. As you can see, I didn't have all the pieces just sitting here because I was going to kind of do this by ear, you know, just by the seat of our pants tonight. All right. Okay, so there's Holding You Close to My Heart. And then we're going to bring in, I'm just going to bring in my small die cut machine this time. I think hold on, make sure this is only 3 inches. A little bigger than 3, so I'm not sure that's going to fit through. Okay, so I may have to bring in the big one again. All right. One of these days, I'm going to have my camera set up so I can just move straight over to my die cut machine and I don't have to keep lifting it back and forth. So one of the dies in this set with the Enduring Beauty is this label die. So we're going to take that. And we are going to stand up so I can see if it's straight. The nice thing about when you're going to die cut them out, you don't have to make sure that they were stamped completely straight on your paper. So that's one plus. All right, so we'll just roll that through. Let's move this out of the way. All right, and then to finish that card off, you're just going to add some liquid glue to this. Hey, Shanine. So we are working with the Enduring Beauty bundle that is available now. It's this one right here. It is the mask. And so for this one, I stamped it first with black Memento ink, and then, oh gosh, sorry guys. And then I used the mask to mask it or to color it. Okay, so we're just going to bring this in. And it is going to sit like so. All right, so there is the card. Isn't that beautiful? And that, again, that's one of our new embossing folders. It's coming out in May. This is the Enduring Beauty bundle. It comes with the stamp set. It comes with the dies to cut it out, and it comes out with the mask that I use to color this. All right, so Susie wanted me to do, so this is what it looks like when you stamp the image first. This is what it looks like when you watercolor. Susie wanted me to do one of these with Gorgeous Grape on the petals and Daffodil Delight in the middle. Don't know if it'll work, but let's play, ladies. So hey, I'm all for it. So you know what? I'm going to bring my mask in first so that I've got it centered. And again, if you haven't seen these, they have little numbers here to kind of tell you like which one to start with. Okay, but I'm going to scoot that up a little bit. All right. Oh, I needed to, I want to get this one underneath straight and then tape that down. Okay, so let's try it. Okay, here we go, Susie. So Gorgeous Grape, let me grab Gorgeous Grape. I would need to have Gorgeous Grape. Hold on. Sorry about that. I have a class tomorrow, and so I had that sitting over in my class bin. Okay, so we're going to start, and again, this is without stamping it first. So we're going to ink it up, and then we're just going to come in and we're just going to fill in. And I'm not even going to worry about like the lights and darks on this one, because this is a completely different way of doing it. Okay, so there's the first step. Pull that off. Then we're going to come in, I think number 2 is, oh, that's 4. 2 is the leaves, and we're going to stick with Granny Apple Green leaves today, just so that it makes it easier on me not having to switch the leaf color too much. So let me just glue this, or glue, I keep saying glue. Let me tape that in place and then come in with Granny Apple Green, and we're going to add the leaves, and we're going to see how Susie's colors are going to look. Okay, so again, just come in and get the leaves on there. And this actually goes like pretty super fast, even when you're stamping it. Okay, so that's the number 2 stencil. Ta-da! And then the number 3 is the detailed for the flowers. So again, we're just kind of bringing that in. And again, as long as you've given yourself kind of a mark where to start, this is pretty easy. Okay. So then we're going to come in with, and this one we want to be kind of dark because it's the detailed part of the flower. Yeah, see, yeah. All right. Yeah, so do you see how it put that darker color in there, Susie? So, yeah, probably maybe if we had done Highland Heather, we could have done the Daffodil Delight in the middle. Be thinking like what color we can do basic black. We can come, I think we're done with Gorgeous Grape, but this is really pretty. All right, so then we're going to come in with number 4, which is the detail on the leaves. And like I said, it really doesn't take very long to get it lined up properly. So we're going to just, and this, again, I'm going, remember how I've always told you guys, come in off the page. But when you're working with the detailed parts of these masks, you want it to be the darkest color. So you're going to hit the mask full force with the color. All right. Oh, isn't that, it's coming out so pretty. Okay, so what do we think, guys? What color should we use for the center? Do we want to come in with Gorgeous Grape again and just keep it all Gorgeous Grape? Or do we want to come in with basic black? I'll wait for you guys to tell me. I'll get this last one set up. So what do you guys think? I know you guys are a little bit delayed, so I'm waiting. So are we going to do Gorgeous Grape? I think we should do Gorgeous Grape. What do you guys think? No one's answering. Either that or it's just that delayed. And yes, Shanine. They are included in the bundle, these stencils. So you get the stamp set, the dies, and these stencils, or we call them mask. So I'm going to go with Gorgeous Grape just to fill in. All right. Ooh! So pretty. And again, this is without stamping it first. Isn't that gorgeous? So pretty. Okay, so I showed you the card made with, so the Enduring Beauty, it's this bundle. You can get this one now. And I do want to show you a couple other ways that I did this one before we move on to the new one that's coming out in May. Okay, so let's look at these. So this is the blue one I just did for you guys. This is one that I did in Poppy Parade. And this is stamping it. But then I want to show you this blue one I did. And this one I colored in with our blender pens. Yeah, a lot of people do like the stamped image one better. I like these if I'm, like I said, if I'm working with stuff that's more watercolor background, then these are really pretty. Okay, but this one is just coloring it in with the blender pens. So let me show you the difference. Blender pen on the right and using the stencils on the left. So either way works, but don't you guys like that it's only one color this was all Balmy Blue. This was all Poppy Parade. This one was all Gorgeous Grape. And it did the different layering and the different blending. Okay, are we ready to see the one that's coming in May? I'm going to do this one really fast too. Let me move all these stencils out of the way. I will clean them later. And to clean the stencils, you just have to wash them off. Okay, so let's show you the new bundle. So this is the Layers of Beauty stamp set. And of course it has, guys can tell I haven't used it yet because I usually have this on a magnetic plate. This is the dies that are going to come out with that one. And then here's the mask for that one. So again, it's this bundle here. So if you guys look at this and you like this, write that number down because that is going to be the bundle number that you want to order in May. And if you haven't done, if you're a demo and you haven't done your pre-order yet, or you haven't ordered it in a pre-order, you can get this one, the Layers of Beauty, in your pre-order. Okay, I'm trying not to undo everything. Okay, so now this stamp is huge, this next one, okay? So I don't even know if I can get it on a 4x5 1/4, but we're gonna try. Look at this stamp. It is huge, 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 huge. So big. Okay, so I think this time, what do you guys think? Maybe do some yellow this time? Do we want to do some Daffodil Delight this time? Or do you want me to do a full one that's stamped with the Gorgeous Grape? You guys can pick. Bonnie and Susie are on here with me, so you guys can tell me what color you'd like to see me do. All right, let me see. I got to stand up to see if I can get this whole thing on here. Woo. Yeah, okay. All right, so there's that one. Guys, did you guys see how huge that stamp was? It's huge. Okay, if you guys don't pick a color, we're going to go with Daffodil Delight. Oh, purple. Okay, Shanine said purple. We'll do purple. All right. I can do purple. Okay. So again, I like to get this set first, and then like I said, these are numbered 1, 2, 3. I think there's 5 of these, so I need to find the number 1. I had these out earlier looking at them and I didn't put them back in order. Shame on me. This looks like it would be number 1. Okay, and so like I said, it takes a little bit of finagling at first just to kind of see how it fits over the flowers. So we're just going to lay this down. And then this time, my notch is down here. And so I am, okay, I have a purple and a Daffodil Delight. We are going to do, sorry, Shanine was first, so we're going with purple. Okay, so I'm going to draw my notch in there so that it's easy for me then to come in with my next colors. And I don't know if I have that actually quite lined up. Yep, that changed it. Hold on. Or wait. No, I think I had it right the first time. All right. Oh, no. So it's got the, I don't know, you guys probably can't see these, but these got, see right here, it's got these little like centers for these little flowers. So again, that helps you with getting it lined up as well. Okay. All right, purple it is. Okay, so here we go. And again, when you start, you want to figure out where you want it to be the darkest. And so I'm going to kind of start, you know, at the bottom of these down here. And then I'm going to be very light-handed as I go up my flower. So dark down here, and then just lighter. Dark down here, and lighter. And so, what do you guys think? Do you want to do maybe the small flowers in yellow? I don't know how that's going to look, but let's do that because it's got some little tiny flowers. Let's do those in Daffodil Delight. That way I get, oh, Susie, you were ahead of me. So we'll do the roses in purple, and then we'll do these little guys. Whoops, it moved. In Daffodil Delight. So let's get those done. You saw that before I did, Susie. Okay, so we're going to do Daffodil Delight. All right, so that's stencil number 1. So we're going to bring that up. Oh, I thought I had taped this in place. I guess maybe that's why it kept moving. Okay. All right, so now I need to find stencil number 2. It's right here. So we're going to try to line it up here first and see how that does with our little flowers. Okay, I think that's good. So we're going to, okay. So we're going to do our purple. And again, this one you want to be darker. Okay, so a little bit darker. A little bit darker. Okay, then we're going to come in with our yellow or Daffodil Delight, and we want this to be darker. So we're, and again, we're just, and I'm not putting like a ton of pressure. I'm just picking up more ink each time. Okay, so there we've got that so far. All right, and then let's see what number, are we on number 3? I think we're on number 3. Number 3. Okay, so 3 is even more detail with this one, with this rose. And it looks like the center of the flowers. Okay, so we're going to tape that down, and we're going to come in purple first. And we want this to be really dark. So we want to make sure we got a lot of ink on there. And again, I love that I'm just using one color of each of these, the Daffodil Delight and the Gorgeous Grape. But because we're doing this in layers and we're making it darker each time, that's what creates that shading that when we're doing using our blends, we have to figure out the shading ourselves. Ew. Okay. All right, so I bet the leaves are next. So now we got number 4. Yep, it looks like leaves. Okie dokie. Let me get this lined up. Like I said, it just takes a quick second, but you can see that by drawing this down here, it absolutely helps with getting it lined up. I'm just getting these out of the way so that I don't stick my elbow or anything in them. Okay, let's go with our Daffodil Delight for our leaves. And so we're just going to be, you know, darker on the bottom, go up. Just, you know, we're just going to kind of put some color on there. And you guys can see how, you know, this is actually going pretty fast. And like I said, if you stamped a bunch of these, you know, put these on a bunch of paper and then just sat and did some of this blending, you would have like a ton of flowers to put on cards. Oh my gosh, that's turning out so pretty. Ooh. Guys, this is my first time seeing this one done too. Yeah, true, Susie. You could put a piece of vellum over the whole thing to give it a lighter look. All right, so let's get this on here. This is kind of the more detailed part of the leaves. So we're going to want this to be a little bit darker. Yeah, I mean, you could play with this quite a bit. You could even do like, I did all of these roses the same color. You could do different colors in the roses as well, and that would be so pretty. I know, Shanine, right? These masks just really add so much dimension to your stamped image. With very little thought to it, which sometimes I really like, because sometimes, you know, when I'm working with my blender pens, I have to really kind of think through, you know, where I want the shading to be, and this takes all the guesswork out of it. So these are great. All right, let's see this. Oh my gosh, so stinking pretty. So pretty. So let me bring it up closer so you guys can see it. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, so we're going to cut this out. We're going to use one of the other new dies that's coming out, which is a big die, and we're going to kind of do it the same way we did the other card, and see how this looks on a card. If I can find the dies. Oh my goodness. Sorry. Okay, I found them. And there's other dies on here besides just the, as you guys can see, it's got this little banner and these other little dies. This set also has some little tiny flowers that you can cut out. But let's set this thing down on here. And you wouldn't have to cut this out either, guys. You could just put this on a card front and be good. Good to go. All right. I'm going to go ahead and tape this down really good. And then we're going to finish out this card. And look at you guys. This was like an interactive class today or video today because you guys helped pick out colors. Good on you guys. I like it when I have people on with me because then you guys can help with the design. Okay, so we're going to cut that out. Then we are going to bring in the other new die, and I'm not sure how this is going to look behind the flowers because it's kind of a swirly one, but I kind of want to see what it looks like. So we're going to play tonight. So look how pretty that is all cut out. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm kind of in love with the mask, got to admit. You know, you guys know me. If there's any kind of easy button, easy way to do things, I'm going to pick that way every single time. All right, let me see if I can find the other. I thought I brought both die. Let me see. Maybe I didn't. I could have sworn I did. Oh, nope, I didn't. Okay, so this is the other one, and it is called So Swirly Embossing Folders. And this one is not a 3D one. So I want to kind of remind you guys, if it's not 3D, you don't need the gray plate. You just need number 1, and then both number 3s because I'm following these instructions right here. So I need base 1, I need both 3s, and then I sandwich this between the 2 3s. And always make sure that you put this in with the folded side first when you're putting in your embossing folders. All right, so let's get this one through. All righty. Just gonna move this out of the way. Preferably without trying to kill myself here. All right, so this is the first time I'm gonna see this one, so let's see. Ooh, I like it. Look at that. Can you guys see the image on that? That's super pretty. All right, so let's go get some gorgeous grape cardstock. I didn't know what to have sitting here because I wasn't sure what colors you guys were going to pick for this last card. And let's just cut that at 5 1/2. And then score it at 4 1/4. Or like Susie does, she scores the whole thing at 4 1/4. And then she cuts it, turns it and cuts it at 5 1/2. And then both scoring is all already done. So, all right, let's fold this. Let's add these to the front. And then I probably won't put a sentiment on this because you guys know I don't like going over an hour. And so I try to keep it 30 minutes, but I knew I was going to go over because of showing you 2 different bundles at the same time. But I think it was fun tonight. I had fun with you guys picking out some colors and stuff. Okay. So what do you guys think? I mean, I could have actually put it like that and cut some of that off. But I'll just go ahead and put the whole thing on here. But remember, you know, like I said, I could have just put part of that on there and cut it off before I put this piece on. So lots of ways to imagine. Golly, nothing is wanting to work tonight. And then when it does work, too much comes out. Sorry, I'm going to try to get that from the edges. All right. I'm trying to decide which way I want to put this on here. Do I want it that way? Do I want it this way? No, I think I want it this way because it looks like that rose is supposed to be up right there. Okay, and then we're just going to lay that down. And then obviously come in and put a sentiment on it. I like hanging out with you too, Shanine. So there's the new one. This is the Layers of Beauty. This one will not be available until May 1st, unless you're a demo. If you're a demo, this is on the pre-order, so you can get this on the pre-order. But guys, look at this, man. I mean, quick, beautiful cards. And of course, I have all these that we didn't put together. But isn't that fun? What fun these are. So again, this first one, which is this one, these 3 and these 2, is Enduring Beauty. You can get that now if you're a customer. If you're a demonstrator, you can get either one. And so that's the Enduring Beauty. And this is the Layers of Beauty. So I will have links if you guys decide you want to purchase any of this stuff. Also, I will be doing PDFs on all of these cards. And if you place a $50 or more art order with me this month, then you will get the PDFs for free. So yay. All right, guys, thank you for being with me. Sorry it took almost an hour. I try to keep these really short, but these masks are fun. And I really love working with them. And I really wanted to show you guys the benefits. Oh, I guess I need to get that out of my face. The benefits of working with these masks. They're just so much fun. So anyway, guys, thank you for being here. It was fun playing along with you guys and letting you pick some colors because they came out super cute. And I have a really pretty card now that has Gorgeous Grape and Daffodil Delight on it. So anyway, guys, have a great night, and I'll see some of you tomorrow at my class, and the rest of you, I'll be back. Actually, I won't be live next Wednesday because I am going to be watching my grandson play baseball on Wednesday. So I might pre-record something and just load it up here. So you guys might want to pop in on Wednesday. You can still make comments. And if you have any questions, you can put those